My government's first order of business was to arrest the level of waste, recklessness, and corruption.
I want to, in the process, respond to a few things, and one of them is what was raised by the parliamentary representative for Choiseul, when he raised the issue of Wasco, Mr. Speaker, in which he said that the last administration did work on the Roseau Dam, and this administration never continued. Mr. Speaker, I'll one day have the opportunity, if it's not done previously, to release a forensic audit which was done on the Roseau Dam. A forensic audit which speaks to the mismanagement, the misuse, the corruption which took place on this project of desilting the dam, Mr. Speaker. I will one day release it, Mr. Speaker. And I recall, Mr. Speaker, as part of the report which I read some time ago, you know, the auditors, the forensic auditors indicated that the findings confirm gross non-conformities related to the use of the dredging fee account as per conditions set by the regulator, including misuse of funds and gross mismanagement of the project. Gross mismanagement of the project. I recall it, Mr. Speaker. I was the minister responsible for the NUC, the National Utility Regulatory Authority. I was given instructions to dismiss the CEO because the CEO refused to adhere to their instructions to deviate from the rules and the conditions set by the NUC. Mr. Speaker, in that report, Mr. Speaker, it speaks to the amount used from the dredging fund account exceeded the regulatory cap limit of 60 million, and that exceeded it by 9 million. So in other words, the cap was 60 million. They went overboard by 9 million, Mr. Speaker. And the overall amount they went by over at the end of the day was $16.5 million. $16.5 million, indicating that they were dredging. I said a forensic audit was done. In the auditor's report, I don't have it here with me, in the auditor's report, I read that the amount used from the dredging fund account exceeded the regulatory capped limit of 60 million, set by the NUC by $9 million. And the funds disbursed from the dredging fund account exceeded the project cost by 16.5 million. Well, if you ever read the report, that's exactly what it's saying. It says wastage and payments for unqualified claims submitted by contractor. Unqualified claims. So today the minister for, and I'm sure probably he doesn't even know about that. There are many things he didn't know. So here we are, Mr. Speaker, in a climate where the entire country is crying out loud because they cannot get water. The mechanism established, the fund established as a consequence of deductions in the payment of water rates, $60 million to dredge the dam. They didn't dredge 10% of what was to be dredged because they changed the modality of the project to facilitate their own doings and went over by $16.5 million, meaning $76.5 million spent, and not even 10% of the dam was dredged. And today you come and you speak about it was dredged. 700 million gallons capacity. We lost about 500 million in silt. But you claim that this administration has failed to continue the project, whereas all the...
Member for Results, all of us.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the member, I believe the member is misleading. I'll say that because the member is quoting from a forensic audit that I have never seen. It's not in the public space. But what because I don't know whether he's saying something that's not the truth, Mr. Speaker. But you see,
member for Suzel, you can say you're not aware of what he's saying.
Yes.
But you can't say he's misleading if you haven't read it.
Well, if I don't know the truth, Mr. Speaker, I don't know.
But it's not. You don't know what he's saying to be correct.
What I do know, Mr. Speaker, is that the president of the CDB currently had a video expressing his satisfaction with the project, and there was no objection to pay at the end of the day, Mr. Speaker. That is what I do know.
I understand that, member, but you stood on a point of order that he was misleading the House, and then you immediately accepted you have no idea what, you didn't read what he's reading from. Well, then you ask that, but you can't say he's misleading.
You want this? Mr. Speaker, I can share this with him as a document of the House. But Mr. Speaker, the member is misleading himself. He's misleading himself.